We did a couple of days, I think, at someone else's house, and then it came to our house.
Yes,
Not on day one, but
day.
Over time, we converted the formal dining room and completely changed it to like a food sorting area. So we had all these plastic tables lined out, and the food would come in these crates, and we'd get it all out. And then we had these little, we got to the point where we had these little paper bags, and we had them printed up, they were cool. And so we would organize everything equally across all the bags. So we'd end up with like 50 bags full of groceries that we could then give to somebody, and everybody kind of got the same thing to try and make it as fair as possible.
Yeah, we had different teams of people come into the house every day at around 6 a.m.
Yeah.
Our kids sometimes would come down in their PJs and help.
And think, what on earth are these crazy people doing?
Little sleepy kids, just like,
why
who's
couldn't
that?
I be born to different parents? Yeah, that never changed, to be fair. I think they still feel the same way, so.
Oh, I don't think so.
And so that was 2012 when we started with that, and I guess we ran it at the house for like a year or two at the front room.
I don't think it was 2 years.
At some point we figured out that, you know, some other folks could go and do a pickup or two and take the burden off us, because 7 days was a lot, but we knew we didn't want to just give it up either. And I think over time we just found some great partners, right?
Yeah.
And that's what we're celebrating here now. Some of those partners are still with us. I think some of them have changed over the years.
I think one of my favorite memories of that time was when the downtown store store called us and said, hey, we heard you do a really good job with the food. And we were like, and basically, do you want to come and get our food? And it was like, was it a Saturday afternoon?
Yeah, it was like a one-off, right? Something had gone wrong. The folks that they had couldn't get it or something. And I think it wasn't. They called a few times. I feel like it was 5 or 6 times in the course of the first few weeks of them being open. We went downtown. They had even more than the place that we already had.
Yeah.
I think there might be a picture of these like boxes just stacked up like 8 feet tall or something. Was it blueberries?
Floor to ceiling blueberries.
Oh my word.
And the reason I think they had so much was because it was a new store and they hadn't got used to what to order and how much to order.
Yeah.
So I don't think it was even bad. Like, it wasn't, not that any of it's bad, but you know, I don't think it was even on its last legs. It was good.
It just
fruit.
wasn't fresh, right?
Yeah. We had a few trucks go down and bring it all to the house.
Word.
And then we had the fun of getting it back out to the people that needed it.
Dude, we had to buy a trailer. We bought a trailer. Because some days there was so much, we couldn't load it all up in the truck. Like I had an F-150 at the time, and we would stack this sucker like 2 feet above the top of the cab sometimes, and it started getting a little hairy, you know? Because the crates would kind of rock a little when you were driving.
Did someone lose a crate once?
I don't know if they lost a crate.
Lost a crate once.
I know the trailer unhitched once when I went over a railway track at 6 a.m.
What I'm thinking of.
Bounced right off the tow hitch. Yeah, that was on me. Thank the Lord for those chains. Didn't cause any damage. I'm not really sure how.
It was fun, and one day we had an overrun of flowers, and our little our kids were only little then, and they were like, "Can we give some to our neighbours?" So
give them to anybody you can do.
Yeah,
like
so they loaded up the little red wagon, and then it really blessed a lot of people. Just to be thinking, you know, to be thought of was a blessing to some of those ladies, older ladies in the neighbourhood. You know, some of the lonely people that just were blessed by some kids going around giving flowers, and it's been a blessing in so many different ways.
You know, for those folks that donate the food to us and you know who you are, it's been awesome. Like, really appreciate it. It's been a blessing for us. It's been a blessing, obviously, for the folks that it goes to. We've enjoyed being able to be a part of it. I know all these other great people that are celebrating with us here on this night at FT5K. And you know what? I think that's why they've been successful. One of our core values is being generous at Work Lodge. I'm a big believer. You know, I think the Bible says it. You know, the world of the generous gets larger and larger. So, you know, by being generous, by finding ways to give back and you know, to help folks who need a little bit of help, I think it pays dividends, whether you can track it or not. So it's really great to be able to do something like this in partnership with someone else who's still living out these core values that we live by as a business, as we built, you know, the co-working brand at least, and as we build other brands in the future. You know, we'll probably have the same core values. Like, they don't change. It's important. Being authentic, being passionate, being generous.
You know, I've got another story that I remembered.
Okay.
We pulled up in our trailer, and a lady came downstairs, young. She was young, and I was young back then, so she was young. 10 years ago. So she was younger than me.
I didn't say anything.
Anywho, so she came running out right to me, and she said, "I can't believe you're here." And I said, "Well, we come like, I think we went there like every other Sunday or something." But I don't know if she really realised it was a pattern anyway. She's like, "I can't believe you're here." I said, "Why?" She said, "Because my boyfriend and I, we were just so sad and upset and arguing because we didn't know how we were going to get food for the week. And then they saw our trailer, and they knew our trailer because it was an awesome trailer with an awesome picture of Jesus on it. And so they had literally been fighting and being upset because they didn't know how they were gonna pay for food that week. And then they saw Jesus rolling on down the town.
Yeah, I'm sure there's been a lot of stories over time.
A lot of stories.
You know, it's hard to recap them all, but we know they're there. We get to hear some of them. We don't get to hear all of them, obviously, but the folks on the ground actually handing it out to people, get to have meaningful conversations with them, and we get to just be a part of their lives for those few moments. It's kind of like a quasi community, I guess. Again, it's just a privilege to have a window or a doorway into the lives of someone else, and hopefully just be able to help them, move forward and kind of keep ticking along. So
yeah, and the teams that pick up now. We have teams 7 days a week that go out, and you guys have really been amazing. You've been faithful, you've been loyal to us as the people that manage this ministry, but also just to the people that you reach out to, just consistently getting up early in the mornings, 1 or 2 or 3 days a week, some of you, and picking up the food and giving it out to the people. And we just want to thank you. That's why we're having this night for you guys to say thank you. And we hope that you can feel spoiled tonight, and we really, really do appreciate the faithfulness and the loyalty that you have displayed while picking up the food. Thank you.
Yeah, and don't forget to set that alarm clock tomorrow.
Yeah, right.
Sound check. Top secret mission. I feel like I'm in the Secret Service right now. Anybody see the bad guy? Copy that.
Anything else to do today?
Copy that. That's what it's like in the booth. Olympus, quick exit. Lockdown. Who's got the nuclear football? We've left it behind. Somebody needs to go back to get it before it's too late. It's going to be on eBay for $50. I want to sit forward like this.
All right. So it was in 2015?
2012, baby.
Oh yeah, it's 10 years.
It's a 10-year anniversary and it's 2022. This is going to be a long video.
Because we've been married too long.
Isn't it?
Snuggle.
A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away,
Not
called
so far
Spring,
away.
Texas. It was 2012. We just started church in 2011, and it was one of the members in the church who was raving about right?
Yes, because they were from California.
Hang on, are we allowed to say that? You're looking at the lens, right? Not the
Yes,
screen.
dear.
I'm just checking.
Just so we're clear, when Mike looks odd like this, he's got a microphone in his hand. He's trying to hide it. Hey.